Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the second edition of Chicago Forward, spotlighting Chicagoland innovators and leaders. And ladies and gentlemen, if we're talking about leaders in the city of Chicago, somebody who has their feet on the ground, we talk about 10 toes, look no further than our next guest. Second guest of Chicago Forward, somebody I was really looking forward to interviewing, Michael Airhart, founder of Taste for the Homeless. Michael, how are you, my man?
I'm great. I appreciate you guys for having me on the show. I'm honored. Um, it's it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Alongside this interview with me, great friend of mine, Brian Brady, also somebody here. You guys, at some point, me and him always talk about interviewing other people, but at some point, we're gonna sit and have an interview for him. But today, we covering Michael Airhart, all the amazing work that you do here in the city. Can you tell us how Taste for the Homeless started and your vision from start to where it is now?
Well, Taste for the Homeless started. I was an 8-year-old. I grew up in Altgeld Gardens, out on 130th, right off of the Doty Road. That's the Altgeld Gardens Projects. And I was a kid. I don't, I still to this day, don't know why the Lord chose me to do it, but growing up, being an 8-year-old, you wanted to, especially in the projects, you wanted to do some things where you wanted to hang out with your friends. You play strike out with the ball. You play, we built the homemade basketball court off a piece of wood and an old bike rim. Um, and these are the things that I wanted to do. And I did a few, I did have a little bit of a little fun with my friends, but the Lord had put on my heart at a young age that I had to serve Him, and I knew the calling instant, but I tried to avoid it many times. And so, by us growing up in the projects, we had a lot of government things like government cheese, government butter, flour, powdered milk, and these was the things that we literally got tired of. Like we know that it was a blessing to receive the stuff, from the government, and we understand and we appreciate that. But we got tired of it, and that's all we ate was that and beans. And I always, as a kid, was wondering like, and I wasn't a chef at 8 years old. At least I thought I was. I would come up with some amazing ideas. Like I was making and I tell this story. I've been on a lot of talk shows, and I tell this same story over and over again, and I love to tell it. So I literally told the world I was the one who created oodle noodles, and I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you how I created oodle noodles. So as an 8-year-old, I'm thinking, okay, you would never think in a million years that people can grow a garden in the projects, like literally a farm garden, growing their own produce. And I, to this day, the person that had the God rest her soul, because she had passed away maybe like 6, 7 months ago, and her son passed away, which was my best friend. And I used to take things out of their garden at nighttime when they were asleep, and I didn't I didn't mean no harm. I didn't mean no harm, but I was thinking of ways to make different meals, like with the cucumbers. If you know the story about the cucumbers, if you put the cucumbers in a bottle of vinegar, leave it in there for 6 months, you got a pickle. And these are creations that, and at 8 years old, well, I wasn't thinking about. I'm thinking about making pickles. And so I would take different things out of the garden, and Lord behold, my friends, I'm thinking like, okay, we can't afford nothing. So let me start knocking on doors. So back in the end of like the 70s, like the beginning of the 80s, you could knock on a door and say, hey, can I borrow? My mom told me could she borrow a stick of butter, or my mom said she need to borrow a couple slices of bread. So imagine me knocking on 10 doors, right? And I got two slices per door. So That's when I created sugar toast. If you don't know what sugar toast is, you don't know what it is to be poor. So
Mm-hmm.
sugar toast, you sugar toast is just like a donut. You could get a
Talk to him, Mike.
little stick of butter and wipe it on that bread, and you can put the sugar on top of that, put it at the bottom of the oven, give it a few seconds, and you got an ice cake.
Mike,
And
I used to call them whiz sandwiches.
yes, yes, and that was part of the whole era. Then I will make, so every no pasta is just spaghetti noodles, and I will always make spaghetti noodles, and I will add butter and salt to it. And for some reason, I just know how to cook pasta, and I will have a line out my mom's back door of my friends, about 20 or 30 kids, and they in my door, and I'm giving them bowls of pasta. And so what I did was one day, if you can recall back in the days, our favorite thing was Vienna sausage and spam.
Oh,
Spam. So what I did was, and it is crazy the way I thought back then. I would get on my mom's counter, and I had a little. We couldn't afford a real knife, so we had a butter knife, and I would literally chop up the government cheese. I'm shredding with a butter knife. Never mind you, I'm shredding. I would take the butter knife outside on the concrete. Our back porch was made of concrete, and that's how I used to sharpen the butter knife on the porch. On the porch to get it to have a little sharpness to it. And
mm.
I would chop up cheese. I would chop up the government cheese. I would chop up the spam. I would chop up the Vienna sausage. And back then you had hot sauce, the Louisiana. You had the little bottle. So I cooked the noodles, melted the cheese, put that inside the noodles. I'm stirring that up. I'm putting the hot sauce, a little couple shots of that with the Vienna sausage in there. And what do you have? You have a bowl of Ula noodles.
There you go.
And one thing led to another where it just kept going on and on and on. Back then, if you can remember, they used to have the Orvin Redenbacher. He used to have this
Mm-hmm.
little container you hold with a little sting, and you put it on the fire and you shake it to make
Mm-hmm.
the popcorn.
I did that. Yeah.
We couldn't afford Orvin Redenbacher. So all we could do is put some Crisco oil into a pot, a skillet, a nice meat pot. Drop some Crisco oil in there. Drop some little seeds of popcorn in there. Put that top on and shake it. And I was giving out popcorn at my mom's back door. These are things I was making all throughout the years till I got older. So that kind of created the start of me being for the community, being for the kids, and being for people that was in need. Then it switched over. I came out with All Kids Matter Foundation, which I am still founder today. It's All Kids Matter Foundation. And people was wondering, what is All Kids Matter Foundation? All Kids Matter Foundation, people think, yeah, it's about the kids. It is about the kids, but it's the kids that's inside us adults. Because I know still to this day, I like to get on go-karts. I like to fly model planes. I like build model cars. These are things that's still in us. And when we go to like Great America or different places, don't you still want to get on a ride?
Of course.
Don't you want to ride and holler and scream? So these are the things that created All Kids Matter Foundation. All Kids Matter Foundation was going around. We were servicing Chicago. Like I wasn't every day like I am now. I would go every couple days, and we would service Chicago, and we would do a lot of the adults. We still would do kids, but we was mainly aiming for adults, and we would service them everything that I created when I was a kid. We was giving them the best everything. The only thing it was I had to cook it at home and then load it into the car. And we was actually doing it out of my wife's Dodge car. Then we prayed hard and heavy for a van. We got a little small minivan. And I started carrying it around and serving like that. Then now let me rewind something back to you. So we're not perfect. We're not perfect. Now I grew up in the projects. I ended up getting with the wrong crowd. Now, if you know growing up into an environment that you got fit in or you fit out, grew up in the drug era. I'm thinking, and this is a true story to this day because I'm going to be working on a book. Grew up with my friends selling drugs. I wanted to be a part of that, but the only thing I think God spared me for is because when I joined the era of selling drugs, I was taking the money, and I knew the parents was all infested on doing drugs and different things. I was taking the money that they was giving to the drug dealers and giving it back to the kids they have. So I was doing events in the projects, giving out book bags and giving out good meals with the drug money. Never bought no fancy cars, no diamond chains. I ain't even had no glitter teeth. I ain't had nothing. All of the money went directly to no grill. So all of the money went to the back into the projects in around the Roseland community, different communities, and they was wondering, what are you doing? And I didn't know. I could have been. You never. Only thing when you sell drugs is only a couple of things that happen. You either go to jail or you die. That's the only thing come with that setup. So I chose to live. All while I was doing it, I was being convicted so bad that even when I did it, I feel like my soul was burning. Literally inside me, my soul was burning. And if you don't know what that means, is when you're hot, you worried, you're scared. Everything that is the opposite of God was happening to me, and I couldn't figure out why. Until the Lord set me down and said, "You know what? If you do not stop, I'm gonna make sure you reap what you sow." And I sure reap what I sow. I end up one day coming back to the projects when I called myself leaving out, and I kind of disappeared that day. I wanted to go and get out. I just wanted to break. Come back and caught a drug case that wasn't even my case. Wasn't even my case. And I remember like yesterday going to a 111 gas station, and I'm sitting there looking like, Lord, how did I get from leaving the projects to resting at a house, come back, and they told me I sold to an undercover police.
Wow.
I said, no, you don't have to. I told the Lord, you don't even have to explain to me. I remember when you said you reap what you sow. And I remember like yesterday. So I end up at 111, from 111 to Cook County Jail. All a true story. This all in 1.5 days. Let me show you how the devil know he can work. I went from 111 to Cook County. I got processed in. Now all this is, they ain't give me no bond or nothing. They act like they didn't even know who I was. I got processed in Cook County. Why at 11:30 at night they call my name out? Airhart, it's time to go. So I'm going home. I'm going home. I didn't go home. They sent me to Joliet Correctional, the prison. How do you make a mistake and send me from Cook County? I ain't even been convicted.
Wow.
I wasn't even convicted. So I woke up in prison. I will never, ever forget this. I'm sitting in prison. I'm looking at the wall. I said, Lord, I'm crying on my knees. And I said, Lord, if you will let me go, will you give me a second chance? I will serve you for the rest of my life. Now, I'm going to rewind real quick again. So, as I'm doing all the tapes, we go to the All Kids Matter. The Lord, me and my friends, we the little young drug dealers think we got money. We wanted to go to the Taste of Chicago. and this was the last minute. It was about to close, and we decided to go to Taste of Chicago. While I'm in the Taste of Chicago, a homeless guy got through the gate because you got to have tickets and all that stuff to purchase stuff. It's about to close. It wouldn't let nobody in. I don't know how he got in. He got in. He goes over to a pizza stand. I don't want to say their name, and it's been some years. I still ain't put them out there. He goes to the pizza stand. Never mind you, we only went to the Taste of Chicago to get to that pizza stand. We wanted to try that good pizza. They was literally throwing the pizza in the dumpster right in front of that homeless guy when he walked up and asked for a slice of free pizza. He said, I don't want no money. I'm just so hungry. I told the man, and he kept asking. The man told him, if you don't get the F out my stand, I will have you locked up for harassment. I told the guy, whoa. I said, I'll pay for it. He said, and he gave me a racial slur. If you don't, and I will quote this and remember it like yesterday, if you don't get your black, I'm going to have you arrested with him. I said, sir, how you going to get me arrested and I'm giving you the tickets for his food? So I grabbed the man's hand. He crying. I started crying. My guy told me that, they didn't have a heart like me. They walking off laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm not moving. The man crying. I told the man, while we standing there, the Lord just gave me a vision. He gave me the vision of Taste for the Homeless. Never mind, it's 30 years ago. I said, and I told the man this. I said, what's going to happen is, you see this environment you standing in? You see all these top restaurants and these top, everything that's in here? The Lord is going to make a way for me to do this at one of Chicago's biggest parks. It's going to be set up with all the top restaurants, all the type Nike stores, outdoor shopping malls, and it's going to be 100% free. I say, if I run into you again, you will never have to worry about nothing. I'll take care of you. I said, but I'm going to give you some money regardless of what he say. I know you hungry. Take this money. He didn't even want my money. He just was hungry. I said, please take this money and kind of remember me. And I hope one day, it's been a while, but if he's still alive or since I was younger, that I run into him. But I said, take this money and go get you something to eat. And I said, God bless you. I said, let the Lord deal with them, and the rest will be taken care of by the Lord himself. And I walked off. After I got that vision, I sat on it for 30 years. Now, never mind, I got all kids matter now. I married my childhood sweetheart. When you grew up in the project, you just got that certain one that, oh my goodness, I wish I could have. Oh, I wish I could date her. And always say, hey, might stay out of trouble. My mom don't like me playing with you because you hanging with the wrong crowd. But will always give me a hug, always make me feel good inside. And years didn't pass. And all that took place, I ended up running back into my childhood sweetheart.
Hello.
We ended up getting married. I could. We haven't not dated. We haven't dated. We haven't went out. I knew instant, even when I was a kid. I even knew today that was my wife. I asked her to marry me fast, right in front of her kids. My two boys. I asked her to marry me fast. You need to marry me fast. So we end up being married. We 9 years married today. Happily married. It's like when you get an equally yoked person put in your life for a reason. Like when you know a person that knows everything about you and don't even know. Just the God put the person that understands everything and can deal with the ups, the downs, the understanding of where my man is going with Taste for the Homeless. And she has been the power tool that I needed to open up Taste for the Homeless. So when I brought Taste All Kids Matter to her, I asked her, that the Lord wanted me to start putting in work, and He went full time. She automatically just said, "Okay, let's go and let's do this work." Then when I set her back down, after some years later, I brought the vision of Taste for the Homeless to her. She embraced it. She hugged me. She said, "We got this. We're gonna be okay." We didn't have at that time. We didn't know nothing about 501c3. We didn't know nothing about no different. None of that. We just know we have to serve God's people one way or the other. And we stepped out on faith. The Lord told me to lead. Like, I was a supervisor all my life at different metal companies and nuts and bolts and screw companies. Always had a good job. Never been fired. Just a model citizen doing the right thing. And the Lord told me to walk out on faith and handle Taste for the Homeless. I told my wife my last job was at Job Corps because I was a mentor to all the kids. Because I was one of the Job Corps kids when I left the projects. And so, still to this day, I am one of the first one in their history to graduate out of there with top honors, 3 trades, and the high school diploma, because it's a long story about the high school. But I end up becoming one of the top. So now I'm a spokesman for all Job Corps worldwide. I go, I set up DJ equipment. I set up, because I was a DJ as a kid on the radio back in the days from B96. I was DJ Wiz. I went to Job Corps as DJ Wiz. And as a young kid in Job Corps, I was DJ Wiz. And so to this day, we never imagined that Taste for the Homeless will get to travel the world. We don't just stay here in Chicago and serve. We serve different. We have been to LA, Skid Row for a week. We travel different states, set up Taste for the Homeless. We give them the top quality, which became Chef Michael, top quality food, like the best. It's the outdoor cafe. It's called the Taste Cafe. And I have the best top grills in the world that's been created just for me. And these, when I tell you the grills are like a bocce style on wheels, and I give them in menus, and you literally can come up and order any food from a lobster to steak to T-bones, salads, anything you want. You can have all that for free, 100% for free, and that's worldwide. So and I also have the shower bus that we created by my own hands. We built from scratch. Towed the bus up. Was donated from Zero Club Mission out in Ohio. Gave me this bus, and her name is Gemma. And if you see where I started and where I'm at today, you'll be amazed. It has the showers. It has the toilet. It has the sinks, the washing and dryer. It has the sitting area where they can watch the flat screen. They can also play PlayStation 5. They can do anything they want in that bus. We also have the food truck, which travels. It's a 100% free food truck that carries the best food that everybody like tasting in the city of Chicago. We have on that truck, and it's all 100% free. I don't need your signature. I don't need your name. I don't need no ID. You just walk up. I give you a menu. You order just like you was at the restaurant. 10 seconds later, I got you a triple cheese with extra tomato sauce and mayo with grilled onions for free.
Talk to him, Mike.
So, yes, Mike, I got to ask at least one question. Otherwise, I might get fired from by Antwan for this show if I don't ask a question.
Yeah.
Amazing story, and it just gets me. I'm going to try to make my one question a good one here. What I hear from you is dignity, that you immediately saw this was about dignity for all people. And the young man at Taste of Chicago was being disrespected and insulted. And you wanted to create not just food, but dignity. Like, you serve food that's high quality, that's with respect, that's with the social environment. And the second thing I heard from you is the spiritual piece. Like, you were moved by the Spirit. In our last interview, we were talking to a foundation CEO who's an innovative thinker, and she was talking about how there's sometimes paralysis of analysis in the foundation world. Like, And it made me think about your process to get into this was a spiritual process, and you listen to your inside. So, Dr. Michael Airhart, if you were going to advise the president of the foundations in Chicago, the presidents, about how to serve the homeless better, what would be three pieces of advice you'd have for the foundations in Chicago?
My advice is that we definitely need to pay more attention to the less fortunate out here. Um, they 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 are human beings. Um, they're your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, that Marine, that Navy veteran, that doctor, that lawyer that went through some things in life that slowed them down mentally. And our job, your job, is to console them, show them that there is a way out of no way. Don't give up. Hold on and just listen. They're very smart. They're human beings, just like me and you. They're very smart. They understand. But somewhere down the line, they took the wrong turn.
Mm-hmm.
And treat them as you would want to be treated. If I'm going to eat a Big Mac, they're going to eat a Big Mac too.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to eat a steak, a T-bone, they're going to eat it too. If I'm going to wear Michael Jordan shoes, they're going to wear them too. I treat people, and I want people to treat people with the utmost respect, because I tell every organization that I run into, don't down a person, because you might be that person to come in my line.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to treat you the same way. I'm going to give you the best in spite of all the things you said negative. It has happened many of times. Like even now, I have people that down so bad that I had to find them a place to stay. So don't treat a person. I always say don't treat a person the wrong way because they then fell off and they got fired, or they lost their job, or they just don't know how to find their way back, because it could turn around and it'll be you. Respect them, show them love, give them the best, just like you want to have the best in life. And if you follow that, everything else is good.
Amen to that, Mike.
That's
Mike,
great.
I wanted to know, like, moving forward, Taste for the Homeless. What does it look like for you moving forward in the next 5 to 10 years? Where do you hope to take Taste for the Homeless? And do you consider yourself and Taste for the Homeless successful with what you guys been doing for the community thus far?
Yes, Taste for the Homeless is very successful. I'm actually happy. I told my wife the other day, if the Lord brought me home today, I'm going out with a banger. I did my job, and I did it to my utmost. If I didn't feel like I didn't give my all, I would literally tell y'all that it's a lot of work to be done. It still is a lot of work to be done, but I am content. The Lord is happy. I'm happy, and I want to do more. But I told my wife, if he brought me home, we must continue Taste for the Homeless.
Mhm.
So my wife, I am the founder and president of Taste for the Homeless. She's now the president. She literally took the role of president now. Um, I'm just the go get out here that make things happen for the less fortunate. She's the one that finds everything we need to in order to keep it going. I taught her the ropes. My wife is so smart to the point where she will not go to bed until she figure it out.
Mhm.
And my wife taught herself how to do QuickBooks. My wife, we couldn't do it. We couldn't figure it out.
I'm
We
still
couldn't
trying.
understand it. It's mind boggling.
It's confusing. Yeah.
Very. But my wife is A1 with that. My
Mhm.
wife has now figured out how to do grants. My wife has figured out everything. She said, babe, I cannot have you out here begging people to help you get from A to B to Z to D. She no more. I'm gonna figure it out. And my wife will stay up from 7 in the morning to 10 o'clock at night trying to figure out different things,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get things in order. And my wife is amazing. When I tell you, she would put me in my place if I was doing something that's not right, which I try not to be. I'm not perfect, but I try to stay on God's path, and everything that I do have to be sanctioned by Him.
Mm-hmm.
I wait on my instructions. That's why I feel we're so successful with Taste for the Homeless, because I pay attention, I listen, and I only make moves when the Lord tells me to make the move. I would not do it no other way, and I would not have it no way. And so, what I want the world to know is this world could be a better place for you and me if we come together.
Mm-hmm.
If we need to come together. I can't do it by myself. I need everybody to do their part, because God gave everybody a part.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody must chip in and do their part in order for this to work. And that's the only way.
Amen,
Amen.
Mike.
You got me
Amen, Mike.
converted.
Mike, I know I don't want to keep you too much because I know you're on the road. You're getting ready to head to continue to feed the people. But we can't thank you enough for just your time.
Real quick,
Continue.
real quick.
Yeah.
I'll be the
Go ahead,
first.
Mike.
Real quick, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, and I'm gonna give you this before I even let the news get it. I'm gonna let the cat out the hat right here on your show.
All right.
You all will be the first. You'll thank me later. So, Taste for the Homeless is moving in a whole new era. So we have a taste to go. Taste for the Homeless to go. So I have teamed up with all the restaurants, just like Uber Eats and Hubbug and all that stuff. And if you will start looking around at the restaurants, you're gonna see a Taste for the Homeless to go sticker.
Oh, nice.
Every location in Chicago and suburbs, the less fortunate can literally go in there and get a free meal
Wow.
Wow.
of any choice.
Wow.
Any choice. And you're gonna say, Mike, well, how you know the difference? Because I don't look for the difference. If you want to cheat me out of a meal or cheat the Lord out of a meal, you deal with that. I don't have to deal with it. I just want to make sure you eat good.
Mhm.
I just want to make sure, and we have been doing it for over since COVID, and it's been a major, major success. So say the homeless call me and they under the Viaduct 51st. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 3 restaurants in that area. You go in there and you say you want to order off of the Taste for the Homeless to go under Michael Airhart. Normally they'll call me, or they don't have to. And Mike, we got one in this, and that's fine. You can have whatever you want. Also, we have it now where it's going to be an app where, just like you want to make extra money, that people like yourself want to go make extra money,
Mhm.
it'll come to your phone, it'll come to the main base. You could be able to pick it up, and you get paid as soon as you deliver that food to that family that's going through the struggle, or that less fortunate. You take it up, drop it off on LaSalle Street. Once you drop it off, you automatically get paid. Where the funding comes
Beautiful.
in is the donations from the world.
I love that. That's amazing. How many restaurants you got kicking in? You got like 20, 30?
I got them in every location. And so I'm going to announce, you guys are getting it here first. I'm going to announce it next month on the news. And it's going to have the locations where, a lot of people don't have link. They don't have link.
Yeah.
And they changing the way you get link now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we live check to check.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have much to really sacrifice. So I'm going to make it easy for you. You don't even have to save that little $50, extra $50. Save that for something else. I'm gonna send you to the right grocery store, and you could go get some groceries for your house off of the Taste for the Homeless to go
Wow.
or the Taste Cafe, and it don't cost you anything.
Wow.
Walk in the store, get your groceries. When I drop the videos and you see how I did a run. I've been filmed to do the run, how I picked it up, how it was ordered, how people, the homeless are contacting me. When you see how this go, it's gonna blow your mind. When you see me get out the Taste for the Homeless to go van with the hot bags, it's gonna blow your mind.
That's big news. That's a
That
totally
is.
radical new way to work with the homeless.
Yes, and y'all got it on your show first.
We broke the news on our second
Yes.
episode, Antwan.
Yes,
My.
and wait a minute. So,
Uh-oh.
um, I told my wife the other day what the Lord put on my heart. My wife gonna go with whatever the Lord put on my. If the Lord name don't come out, I'm gonna be. If the Lord name don't come in that conversation, the wife is not going. She's not going. Lord put on my. Now you heard it here first. It's being recorded. The Lord put on my heart about the Taste for the Homeless Distribution Center. Let me tell you what the distribution center is. A lot of us don't have boots, winter coat. You work the job you can't really afford for a family of 6 or 7, right? I'm setting up a page called the Taste for the Homeless Distribution Center. I'm gonna ship stuff to you just like Amazon for free. Ain't gonna cost you nothing. Give me the sizes. We're gonna cherry pick that stuff. We're gonna pack it up and it's gonna come to your door next day for free.
Wow.
I don't care what it is. I got a warehouse full of you name it, I got it. Winter boots, coats, hats, brand new top of the line, goose down jackets, hats, coats, summer shoes. I got it. You're gonna say once again, Mike, how you gonna know the difference? There's no difference. If you want to steal, you want to kill and destroy, you deal with that in the Lord, not me. If you got a dirty heart like that, I'm gonna let the Lord deal with that dirty heart.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna be the person that the Lord told me to do his will. And I have
Amen.
people all over the world right now. Oh my God, I wish I was in your town. I never in life seen somebody so content, so worried about his people like you. I said, don't worry. I got something for you. So if you ship, they have so much you shipping, it's free shipping when you ship a lot. It's not
Mhm.
gonna cost me nothing to ship a box of some boots and clothes for you. You give me your list, we're gonna pull it out, I'm gonna ship it to you, and it's done. It's
Wow.
done. If it don't fit, you send it back or keep it. Give it to somebody else. I'm gonna bless you with it regardless. That's how we work. That's
That's
how we work. We work. Let's change the way the world need to be changed. We can't stay in the old era. This is a new era. So we gotta constantly change as time change. So you could be sitting there, oh, I gotta you Mike, oh, I wish I could have one of your steak. Guess what? I'm gonna ship you a steak the frozen way. You can just cook it.
You must have gotten some support from some heavyweight sponsors to be able to do
So
this.
so let me tell you,
Yeah,
I give you this. No sponsors,
no sponsors.
none whatsoever. But 6 years, 5 years ago, the Lord told me to reach out to Chance the Rapper through Twitter.
Hmm.
If you follow me and you go to my website and read the story,
I saw that. Yeah.
the Lord told me to reach out to Chance, and it was like 3 in the morning. He literally answered at 3 in the morning and told me he had been watching me for the last few years, and that how can he get down with me? I'm thinking I want to get down with you. He
Yeah.
said, how can I be a part of you? That blew my mind. It blew my mind. So I What's your number? I'll give you a call in the morning. 8 o'clock came, no call. 8:30, no call. 9 o'clock, my phone, it rang. It said Chancellor Bennett. I kept
Yeah.
it. I'm so into keeping stuff. I screenshot to keep that Chancellor Bennett call, the time. That kept the text. I kept the 3 o'clock in the morning conversation. Just going into the Taste for the Homeless Museum. So maybe one day you guys will bring me back for a part 2. And I'm going to tell you about the museum we're about to open up for the less fortunate and all the things that we've been through throughout the last 6-7 years and all the artifacts that I have from the less fortunate when we took off these holy shoes, kept the holy shoes and gave them some Jordans. The before and after is all going into the Taste for the Homeless Museum.
I love it.
And so he answered, he called me. He said, how can I get down with you? And I told him, he said, what do you need? I wouldn't take no money. True story, no money. I just need you. The Lord just wanted me to ask you, can you help me by just talking about it?
Mm-hmm.
That's all. All I need you to do is talk about it. What Taste for the Homeless vision is and what we're about to do in this world. That's all I need. I never asked them for a dime. My funding comes from the world, from all over the world. People donate to me every single day.
That's beautiful.
And if I'm going to cook, for instance, I'm connected with a company here in Chicago called Cavetti Meats.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best beef factories, cut the cow up, everything there is in that company.
Old school.
Best T-bones in the world. I can get whatever. He gives me so much meat. And I'm talking about Australian steak. I gets it by the cases. And I go to all over the different neighborhoods and I call it the Taste for the Homeless Steak Fest. If you go through my YouTube, the Taste for the Homeless YouTube or Twitter or any social media or just Google, it'll show you where I come to the neighborhoods. I give out up to 1,000 T-bone steaks. And I cook every one of them right there on the spot. The T-bone's so big, it's probably bigger than both hands put together.
I saw him, Mike.
So you know I'm not making that up.
No.
And the best crab, the best I have, I need the best. So they say, Mike, you act like you bougie. No, I'm not bougie. I just want the best for you and me.
Mm-hmm.
It can be done. If you're going to dump all these steaks and they not even expired yet, but you know in another few weeks they will, give them to me and let me cook them the same day.
Yeah.
Why dump that food when I will cook it the same day? I'll come pick it up and I'll put it out there the same day. How can it expire if it's already gone?
Yeah. That's beautiful.
I never sit on food for so long. Food goes so fast. My lines be 2-3 blocks long. And I'm not even exaggerating. All you gotta do is look it up. And everybody that gets in that line gets everything. We don't miss no one. Even the kids get a T-bone. They couldn't even believe it. They thought they was getting a piece. No, you're getting a whole T-bone. You can eat on this for the next 2-3 days. So that's what we stand for. Quality, the travel. Like people reach out to me through social media. I tell them to go email. The best way to get me to come and do something for your community is go through email. My wife will answer it. If I'm available that day, we're there. You don't provide nothing. All I need you to do is have your staff ready. And they're going to help serve. I provide everything that you can imagine. You don't pay for the water, the pop, the soda. I want you to taste everything. You don't have to even pay for the Kool-Aid. Because Kool-Aid is going to be a part of what I'm doing this summer. I'm going to have the big old Kool-Aid pitcher, the biggest one you ever seen. And I'm going to have all flavors of Kool-Aid. We all grew up off of Kool-Aid.
Yup.
And I'm gonna have the Kool-Aid ready, and I'm gonna make sure that everybody remember what they've been through in life to make you who you are today. Some of us made it, some of us still trying to make it. Let's help each other. Let's help each other.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
I
I got
love
a
you.
truckload of stuff. You see, I'm everywhere
I
I go.
see.
Everywhere I go, I carry nothing but the best everything. Because I'm gonna run until everybody know who I am. And they see this van, they're gonna run up to the van. And they're gonna say I'm hungry. So I'm gonna break out a 25-inch submarine with lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, marinara, turkey, bacon, everything. Here you go, sir. God bless you. And then go in that little container down there, I always load it up with single, take this $5 to go with it.
That's Mike,
every
if
day.
folks want to be part of your blessing, what's the best way to contact you and support
you? The best way is on the website, www.tasteforthehomeless.org. That's www.tasteforthehomeless.org. And once you go on there, you can, it's so many sections on there that you can volunteer, you can email us, it's so much opportunity on there. And then you can also go to Taste for the Homeless at yahoo.com. Yeah. And that's Taste for the Homeless at yahoo.com. I go off of emails because if my numbers are out, but I normally don't look at them and don't pick them up because, oh Lord, I get thousands of calls per day. So I will let the call forward over till someone can get it and answer the questions, or either they leave a voicemail, I answer it. You give me a few more minutes or a couple hours, and at the end, I'll make sure someone take care of you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So it's an opportunity. We about to do some different things in this world. We about to change some things. I'm excited about the distribution because I want to be able to cater to you the way you need to be catered until you can get on your feet. And I always stress that I'm only here to help you get on your feet, not take care of you for the rest of your life. I just want to help you take that next step to getting back into society and being your own person and paying your own bills and having your own job. Until then, I want to be that person to help you where you don't have to go beg and get on public aid or get assistance. None of that. I just want to help you with those steel toe boots you need when you get that job. Mike, I need a size 13 and steel toe because they won't let me work. I got you. What address do you need me to send them? Matter of fact, where you at? I'm coming to drive them to you right now. Like even right now, I'm gonna show you. So I have these customized $300. Let me say, I have these customized $300 coats that a company reached out to me right now.
Those are nice.
And they're very, very expensive. They call outdoor sports, and these are the top of the line outdoor sports jackets in the world. I have these in here, and I have steel toe boots, so that I carry what I know someone is going to ask me for.
Mm-hmm.
And I have brand new sleeping bags in here. I have brand new sleep. Have you ever seen the sleeping bag coat?
I have.
I am a sponsorship with them. I've been for the last 5 years. I have connections with them. I take their product and we take it all around you might say the world. Wherever we go, we take them with us. We let people know that them coats really, really work.
That's a brilliant idea, yeah.
Yeah, you can pull that jacket piece out under the backside and literally put your feet inside there and literally stay warm, and it's freezing outside.
That's amazing.
So that's one of my biggest sponsorship that I do, far as keeping people warm, but also connected with. So real quick, because I know I'm cutting time. I'm in sponsorship with Hormel Chili. So I don't know if you've seen the video. I put a video out where one thing I do know when it's below weather out here, the best thing in the world for a less fortunate person is Hormel chili. So I did this thing where I took a foot long hot dog on a foot long bread and I loaded that foot long with chili, Hormel. Why? They contacted me instant.
Wow.
Today, as I was getting ready to leave the house this morning, why the truck pulled up with gigantic cases of Hormel chili.
Yeah.
So that's how it
Yes.
works. That's how it works. That's how it works. So
That's
now we're gonna
beautiful.
work some things out, and the sponsorship kicks in. You have to. People know where your heart is. You don't have to go chasing people, emailing them. They're gonna find you. They're gonna find
Absolutely.
you. I don't chase never email for nothing. They find me and they glad to meet me. I'm glad to meet them. And I tell them my vision and they make it happen.
Man.
You're inspirational, Mike.
Yes.
Uh,
Mike, once again, we cannot thank you enough for your time. Like I said, I know you're on the go right now. You pulled
Thank
over on the
you.
side of the road just to talk to us. We can't the the amount of work that you do not only for the city, man, it just speaks volume not only to the type of person that you are, but man, you've given so much to this city, and we can't thank you. And we are all about this show is not only about informing the city of Chicago and people throughout the city about what you do, but also too to give you your roses, man, because it's so rare to find someone with your character, with the level of excitement and enthusiasm that you give not only to each other but to the food. It's all
Yes.
about giving quality, and through that quality it comes love, and through that love it
Yes.
sprouts to so much more. So we can't thank you enough. Hopefully, we want to bring you back on the show a little later on to keep us updated about what's going on with Taste for the Homeless and all the work and amazing thing that you're doing for the city. So thank you so much, man. Go ahead, continue doing
Definitely,
what you're doing.
definitely be on the lookout for June the 25th. I'm looking at the calendar right now. June the 25th. I think it's June the 25th. I think it's the 25th or 26th. I'm gonna get back with you guys and give you the information. So, Taste for the Homeless Summer Fest is coming up in June.
all right.
So
All
we're
right.
back. It's a split image of Taste of Chicago is the world largest where we get all of the shelters, all of the less fortunate off the streets. Chance steps up with social works and they pay for the vehicles, the mobile buses, mobile tour buses, and they get the less fortunate over to that park and we check them in and then they're free to go shopping. The best entertainment. Just before COVID, we had Chance's brother Taylor Bennett performed for the less fortunate, which
All
was unreal.
right.
We did the recreation of, if you guys, I know you heard of the Wiz, not the
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz, but the Wiz. We recreated the Wiz that was something else. We found somebody that really, we got a kid that really looks like the Scarecrow, Michael Jackson. Um, Even the Tin Man and the Lion. We had the actual production crew come in and do a real makeover. We had a designer, a professional designer, create their suits and different things like that. And we recreated the Columbus Park Winterfest. We had the yellow brick road going down through their building it's a long hall that goes to the other side of the building where the gyms and basements and swimming pool. We had a yellow brick road go through that long hall, and the Wizard, the Tin Man, the Dorothy, and all them brought the less fortunate down the yellow brick road to Emerald City. And it looked, if you see the pictures, you get a chance, go look it up on YouTube or go to the website. We literally recreated it to look like the movie.
Oh, that's
Wow.
beautiful.
Yes, and we gave away so much that day. They cried, they hugged, they loved. It was just so amazing. So we definitely, if I'm not mistaken, and as I'm looking, I'm not mistaken. It has to be, um, it's the 25th or either the 26th, and I'll confirm it just because I don't want to make it. But I will definitely have a flyer soon because we're gonna promote it. We also teamed up with a lot of actors. Just gonna blow your mind. in some of these top movies today that teamed up with us this year that's coming for Summerfest. The less fortunate are going to be blown away when they pull up. We're going to have a sitting area for the cast of different TV shows that's going to talk on the mics and then take photos. And we have a lot going on for the Summerfest.
I'm excited, and I don't know about you, Brian, but and we talked about this before. I reached out to you. We're definitely gonna be in and around with you this spring, helping out, passing out some of the food, serving. I got some culinary experience, so I might be out there with you on one of the flat tops. You know,
Hey,
so
it's always
we gonna make it happen.
Well, I got a thing coming up too that I'm gonna start. It's gonna be starting this summer, which is called Celebrity Grills. And so, yeah. Oh yeah. I got a show coming. It's called
awesome.
Celebrity Grills. So every time I cook and wherever I cook around Chicago, there will be a celebrity on that grill. And he's gonna come, he's gonna lay it down. We're gonna talk stuff to each other. I'm gonna talk about him, about his food. I'm gonna talk about, you ain't put too much pepper. It's gonna be so amazing, it's gonna blow your mind away. Yes.
I cannot wait.
Yes.
Like we don't want to keep you, man, because I know you still working, man. I call it BMW, black man working right now.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. For Chicago Ford, Brian Brady alongside Dr. Chef Michael Airhart. Thank you so much, brother. God bless you.
Thank you.
We're gonna definitely keep track, brother.
Thank you guys
so much.
If you would like to volunteer or donate, go to www.tasteforthehomeless.org.